Hey guys, new video here. I actually uploaded a video, but unfortunately I started it in portrait, and then I moved to landscape, so it's like not loading correctly into YouTube. But just a quick update. I am getting the canary, what a yellow and white checkerboard juvenile discus tomorrow from a local breeder. Um, and these are the two rams here. So I call that the canary discus because it'll tell me if I can actually keep discus correctly. And before I invest, a few $100s, a couple $100 into discus. I did get another ram, and they're getting along better now. Before, when I first got the other one was really just chasing the other one around all the time. So I'm not sure if this is the new one. So that's one of them. I think this is the old one because he's not shy at all. And the other one is shy and it'll perk up a little bit. I just got him yesterday, so give him a day or two or more and some feeding and he'll show up a little bit more. I got a potted plant also. Unfortunately, there's like a dead leaf on there for some reason. And there's an octocinclus somewhere in this tank. There's that. I think that is the new guy right there. So the water is just still a little bit cloudy because the tank is not cycled. And also I like to preface all this stuff by saying that I'm not the greatest fish keeper. I think I kind of know what I'm doing, but I'm not at the level where, I'll call myself a pro and in that people should take advice from me. So yeah, don't really take advice from me until maybe a few months later when I do an update or something like that. And the discus are doing fine after, a couple of months or something like that. Then maybe I know what I'm doing. But right now, I kind of don't really know what I'm doing. So I really like the colors on that. And I think the colors will come up a lot better once this water stops being so cloudy. And the water is cloudy because the tank is not fully cycled yet. It should only, I think, hopefully only like another week or so. I'm gonna reduce the number of feedings. I've been feeding them like 3 times a day, so I'm gonna reduce that to like 2 times or even 1 time a day. So hopefully trying to reduce the bacteria. So this cloudiness is probably due to bacteria that's in the water, due to the fish load and also all the feedings I've been doing. So after a while, I'm hoping that goes away. Um, yeah, and that's kind of the update. So. And also, I bought which is coming tomorrow also. I'm gonna buy a really small filter slash power head right there, so it can push this dead zone water a little bit. So there's a dead zone right about there, and and the filtration on this side is probably not as good as the filtration on that side where the intake to the filter is at. Uh, so hopefully that will work out, and also I raised the temperature on the heater by 3 degrees. So by the time I get the discus tomorrow, this tank should be at 84 degrees, which is a hot tank. The hottest I've ever kept a fish tank. So we'll see what the power bill for all of this stuff is. Um, it is getting cooler, and yeah. And the last thing is I stopped by 2 fish stores yesterday. One is not that great. They had juvenile discus, but the size of the discus were literally the size of these tetras. And they were selling them for $30, and the coloring was not good at all. I was able to look at one of the adults, and the coloring is not good. I'm not gonna, even though they're cheap, juveniles, I'm not gonna do that. That's pretty crazy. That being said, I'm getting the canary discus tomorrow from a local breeder. The checkerboard pattern. I asked them for the least amount of black on the fins as possible. Um, it's like a white and yellow uh, style, so I'm hoping it's gonna be small. Um, but I'm hoping it's not as small as what I saw at that fish store. Anyway, the other fish store, which is much higher quality and more expensive, they had some really nice discus in their discus tank. And the problem was that they're selling them all for a fixed price. So a 6-inch was the same price as a 4-inch or a 3-inch or something like that, right? and they're asking for 150. So I'll call them today to see if I can, maybe work out a deal. Hey, I'm gonna buy probably 4 discus. You know, the pricing is kind of a little bit weird for discus. A 6-inch discus is not worth the same as a 3-inch or 3.5-inch discus. And I really don't want that big of a discus right away. I like to keep them a little bit on the smaller side, just because of how much water changes I'm gonna have to do. And I think this smaller discus in this small 40-gallon tank will not a juvenile in a sense, but maybe 3.5 to 4 inches or something like that. Will look really nice in a tank like this. A 6-inch monster will be like, okay, maybe this tank is a little bit too small for that guy. So I'm hoping for something like that. Um, but that will happen on Thursday. I'll go in and talk to them, see if we can work out a deal or something like that. And I'm not ready for the discus yet. Once I get the canary discus tomorrow, I'm going to wait at least a week and a half to 2 weeks before I am serious about buying the discus. And at that point, the selection at that store might change, and I need to weigh my options of either buying it online, which I'm not really that want to do because number one, you can't actually see the discus that you buy, right? And number two is I'm not sure about the shipping, and my schedule is pretty varied at times, so I'm not sure I'll be here. So it'll be just a lot easier to buy it local, but I do want to get a competitive price locally, and this shop is expensive. Um, and also I might go to Aquashella in Chicago in the end of September, so we'll see about that. But anyway, that's the video. So there'll be a lot more videos coming out. So the summary is I got another ram. Appears to be doing fine. Give it a couple more days. Hopefully it'll perk up a little bit more. Uh, be as at ease as the other one. I got an octocinclus somewhere around here. You know, grabbing, hopefully cleaning up some of the algae. Got another plant there. Tomorrow it's a canary discus, the checkerboard, yellow and white juvenile for 20 bucks. That sounds like a pretty good canary to me. And then Thursday I'll go in and try to hopefully negotiate and see if there's a deal that can be made for some adult or past juvenile / adult discus from that high quality pet store or fish store. Alright, hope everyone's doing well and talk to you guys later.